Hello everyone, this is Alpha Somani, and today we are doing chapter number 2, a poem called Wind. Okay, so we will start with this chapter. We have already done the second part of the chapter, that is the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan, and today we will start the poem, which is also a part of chapter number 2. Okay, so firstly, let's do the vocab part of the chapter, vocab part of the poem. So these are the words which I have found might be difficult for you in the poem, and I have written them down. So let's start with the vocabulary. Shutter. Shutter means खिड़की के ऊपर जो पल्ला होता है जिससे आप खिड़की बंद करते हैं, खिड़की का जो दरवाजा होता है, that is called as shutter. Shutter is a panel which is over the window. आप खिड़की जिससे बंद करते हो ना, that is called a shutter. Okay, shutter is there to close a window, close or open a window, that is called as shutter. Shutter जिससे आप दुकान बंद और खोलते हो, that is also called as shutter, right? So similarly, the gate which is used to open or close the window, that is called a shutter. Second one is poking fun. Poking fun means to make fun of someone. For example, he was poking fun of me. So he was making fun of me. वो मेरा मजाक उड़ा रहा था. So that means poking fun. Next is weaklings. Weaklings mean those who are weak. People who are weak. Someone who is very called is called weaklings. Is called a weakling. So, for example, the poor people in the city are the weaklings of the town. जो पुअर लोग जो सिटी में हैं वो बहुत ही कमजोर है, बहुत ही गरीब है. नेक्स्ट वन इज क्रम्बलिंग. क्रम्बल मीन्स किसी को भी तोड़ मरोड़ के रखना, तोड़ मरोड़ के छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स कर देना. ओके, टू ब्रेक समथिंग इनटू स्मॉल पीसेस. फॉर एग्जांपल, द कप fell down from my hand and it crumbled into pieces. Okay, मेरे हाथ से कप नीचे गिर गया and छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स में टूट गया, छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स में क्रम्बल कर गया. नेक्स्ट वन इज विनो. विनो आपने कभी देखा है, एक कंटेनर होता है जिसके अंदर गेहूं भी है और दूसरा उसका कचरा भी होता है, तो उसको ऐसे 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 करके उसको नीचे गिराते हैं ताकि हवा से जो सारा कचरा होता है वो उड़ जाता है और अपने पास गेहूं या राइस या जो भी ग्रेन होता है वो नीचे उड़ जाता है. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड टू विनो. दैट इज द प्रोसेस टू विनो. विनो में आप क्या करते हैं, आप हवा की मदद लेते हैं ताकि यू गेट अ क्लियर ग्रेन, दैट यू गेट अ क्लियर bajra, rice or wheat, and the husk is separated from that grain using the wind. You blow on that, so the husk is separated from that. Firmly. Firm means strong and firmly means strongly. For example, I firmly said that I will study today. मैंने strongly कहा कि आज तो मैं पढ़ाई करूंगी ही करूंगी. Okay, so firmly means strongly. Next one is steadfast. Steadfast means अपने निर्णय पे, अपने डिसीजन पे फर्म रहना, अपने निर्णय पे टिके रहना. आपका जो डिसीजन है वो इधर उधर नहीं होता है, आपने जो बोला है, आपके प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, उन पे आप टिके रहते हो. when you firmly believe in your own beliefs, when you firmly believe in your principles, you don't move here and there. When you have decided something, you just do that, you follow that. You don't say कभी ये किया कभी वो किया, नहीं. You are firm on something, that is called as steadfast. You are a steadfast person. He is a steadfast person. Okay, one who is very firm in his beliefs. Okay, so this poem Wind, is about wind. So it explains what wind does to the lives and what is the aspect of wind in our lives. So let me tell you a story. There's a tree on the mountain top. There's a tree on the top of the mountain. And what do you think it will be having? What do you think it will be expecting? Tree on the top of the mountain, it gets rains, it gets lightning, it gets so many difficulties. Okay. So what is the option does the tree has? What is the option tree has? Either it falls down, because it is having so much of rain, it is having so much of wind, it is having so much of lightning. So one option it has to fall. Okay, this tree can fall from the top of the mountain. And another option is that it it grows its roots so strong, so deep that the wind cannot do anything to it, that the lightning cannot do anything to it, that the rains cannot do anything to it. Okay, did you get the two options? या तो ये पेड़ इतना मजबूत हो जाए, अपनी रूट्स इतनी मजबूत कर ले कि इस पे विंड का, लाइटनिंग का, बिजली का, हवा का कोई फर्क ना पड़े, या फिर कि ये कंप्लेन करता है कि मुझ पे हवा आ रही है, मुझ पे विंड आ रही है, मुझ पे लाइटनिंग हो रही है, बरसात आ रही है, तो ये गिर जाए कंप्लेन करता करता कि या तो मैं चैलेंजेस जो मुझे मिल रहे हैं वो मैं नहीं एक्सेप्ट कर सकता, आई कैन नॉट डू दैट, एंड यू जस्ट फॉल डाउन. So similarly, in in a person's life, what are these in a person's life? One person, you have, when you face so many challenges, you have two options. First is that you keep complaining that there are so many challenges in my life, and you give up on that. और आप give up कर दो कि मुझसे इतने challenges नहीं face किए जाएंगे. And the second option you have, you face those challenges firmly, and you believe that you can face those challenges, and then those challenges become your friends. You learn from those challenges and you stand firmly on those challenges. कि कोई भी challenge आ जाए मेरी life में, मैं इतना strong हो जाऊंगा कि मेरे पे कोई भी challenge का, कोई भी difficulty का फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Okay, so here also in this chapter, the poet explains wind as a destructor. He says wind is there, and wind destroys everything. Wind destroys the trees, wind destroys the houses. So he explains all the destruction which wind does. For example, what wind destroys, कि wind जो है वो बहुत कुछ destroy कर देती है, पेपर्स को scatter कर देती है, घरों को गिरा देती है, पेड़ों को गिरा देती है. So it explains all the destruction that wind does. And he compares this wind with challenges and difficulties which we face in life. And he compares wind with what? Wind is here. He is comparing wind to challenges faced in life. जैसे कि घरों को गिरा देती है विंड, वैसे ही challenges जिसकी लाइफ में आते हैं, challenges किसी की लाइफ में आते हैं, तो वो भी आपकी लाइफ को खराब कर देते हैं, वो भी आपकी लाइफ को डिस्ट्रॉय कर देते हैं. ओके, अब यू हैव टू ऑप्शंस हियर. ईदर यू फॉल डाउन कि मेरे पास तो इतनी डिफिकल्टीज आई थी, सो यू गिव अप एंड यू फॉल डाउन. एंड द अदर ऑप्शन इज you face that challenge and you don't give up and you stand firmly against those challenges. Okay, this is the whole summary of the chapter. We will be doing the reading of the chapter in the next section. But did you understand the meaning of the chapter? Did you understand what wind stands here for? Wind stands here for the challenges one faces in life. The poem is all about what wind does. Okay, the poem is all about wind ने जो papers हैं वो scatter कर दिए, जो roads हैं उनको खराब कर दिया. It has destroyed the houses. It has crumbled the walls. Okay, he explains what all wind does, and that we should be accepting that wind. क्योंकि wind तो आएगी ही, challenges तो आएंगी ही. So you have to be prepared for that. Okay, the poet says that there will be wind in our life, there will be challenges in our life. So instead of complaining कि wind आई थी इसलिए गिर गया, wind आई थी इसलिए खराब हो गया, you have to be prepared for that. You have to be prepared for the challenges which are going to come in your life. Okay, people. So that's all for today's chapter. And there's a surprise for all of you. Here are the star students who have completed the assignments of chapter number 2. Chapter number 2 was the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. So these are the star students who have worked hard, who have put their hands on it, and who have completed and submitted the assignment on Scholars ERP. These students are Anushka Dadich, Section A, Anvi Kothari, Section A, Aryan Jain, Section A, Kuldeep Singh Gujar, Section A, Harshit Khandelwal, Section A, Anjali Vaishnav, Section C, Avika Maheshwari, Section C. Some of these students have completed all the assignments. They have still not completed all the assignments, but I expect all of you to submit your assignments on Scholars ERP and be the star students. Okay, I'm waiting for your assignments, and I'm so proud of these students who have already done and submitted their assignments in time. So you also work hard and submit your assignments on Scholars ERP. So today's assignment, do you know? These are the four words. You have to find out the meanings of these words and you have to use them in a sentence and submit this assignment on Scholars ERP. So thank you, children. That's all for today's lecture. See you in the next one.